guys, I am going to do a review with you for our America Test 2, and it's going to review chapters 3 through 5. Remember that this test is open book, open video, open worksheet, so if you need to look over your stuff while you're taking the test, you certainly can, but let's do a real quick review. This first part that we're going to review is about the Underground Railroad, and that in our textbook starts on page 107. Think about some things that you've learned about the Underground Railroad. We know that slaves were brought to America. We know that the Underground Railroad helped to free the slaves. We heard about Harriet Tubman, and she was an escaped slave herself and helped with the Underground Railroad. And William Still and Thomas Garrett helped with the Underground Railroad. And we know that the reason why it's called an Underground Railroad is because the terms they used, where Safe House was called a station, the people who lived there were called station masters, and the people who helped the slaves get from one station to the next station were different conductors, or were called conductors. The next one we're going to talk about is Abraham Lincoln, which would start on page 111. And he was born in a log cabin in Kentucky. He was poor. He read books. He was a storekeeper, postmaster, lawyer. His nickname was Honest Abe. He served in Congress and was elected president in 1860. He was president during the Civil War, and he was shot while watching a play. Let's talk about, if you go to page 114, we talked about the difference between Memorial Day and Veterans Day. Memorial Day honors those who died during war, and Veterans Day honors American military members, whether they're living or they have passed on. The next thing we're going to be talking about is we're going to be rewinding back to colonial days. So if we go back to page 55, if I can get there too. Okay. If you go to page 55, it talks about the different jobs of the craftsmen. There's apothecary, cobbler, silversmith, blacksmith, joiner, cooper. We're also going to be, we're going to next talk about the Declaration of Independence. We go to page 62. And so I want you to think about some things that we learned about the Declaration of Independence. Well, on July 4th, 1776, they met in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. They wrote to the King of England to declare that the American colonies were free. And from each colony, there was an important man who signed his name to the letter of the Declaration of Independence. And then to celebrate, people rang church bells, they lit cannons and torches, they had parades, they beat on the drums, and celebrated our independence while at least signing the letter of it. And then the last thing we're going to be talking about is George Washington. If you go back to page 61, George Washington was the first president of the United States. He made the maps of our land. He fought in the French and Indian War. He was the first general to lead the colonial army in the War for Independence, and he was the president for 8 years. So if you want to review anything else before you take the test, you certainly can. But like I said, it is open note, open book, open video, open worksheet, anything that you need to help you with your test. Have a great day.